I really can't wait to wear those shoulder pads. Shoulder pads, you're making me mad with them shoulder pads. Are cool, shoulder pads are fun.
There will be more of that cheesy 80s fun if you watch to the end. So stick around. So I saw this power shoulder tee last November, and I was just scrolling through and saw it, and I was like, hello, what a dang fine silhouette. I thought this was such a nice modern take of a power shoulder. I thought I'd show you guys how to make it using a simple t-shirt and some shoulder pads. So I bought these shoulder pads for a wool coat I hope to make one day, cross my fingers, and I use them as a guide to make my own shoulder pads. And you can just screenshot this and copy it. After creating this pattern, I also made 2 smaller templates. Then I took some plain weave cotton muslin and cut 2 of the large pieces with a cut line on the bias. I then took my quilt batting and peeled apart a thin layer and cut the largest piece out of it. Then I took a thicker layer and cut the medium pieces out, then the small pieces I made a tiny bit thicker. This is to create that gradual thickness to blend in with the shoulder. I sandwiched these between the muslin and pinned in place. Then I pad stitched them together. So to do this, I start the needle 1/8 away from the cut line and come out a 1/4 inch away from where I went in. I do this again about a 1/2 inch up from the first stitch, and I continue that pattern all the way up. Once I get to the top, I do a 1/2 inch stitch, so double the 1/4 inch, to start the other row. And then I'm going back the way I came, so I'm putting my needle in a 1/8 away from the stitch below it, coming out a 1/4 inch away, and continue on in that same pattern. As you go, it's helpful to curve the fabric to shape it into the rounded shape. I wasn't as successful with this, but if you keep practicing, you'll probably get it. Also, a pad stitch is only supposed to pick up a tiny thread on the other side, but I definitely didn't do that. But it really did turn out fine in the end. Once you've pad stitched both sides, cut down the middle and you have a pair of mirrored shoulder pads. I took my men's medium white tee and marked where I wanted to shorten it and where I wanted to place the shoulder pad. With the hem excess, I traced out my shoulder pad to create a casing. I sewed these right sides together and encased the shoulder pad. I sewed closely around it and trimmed it off later. My first attempt was to cut out the shape of the shoulder pad and 1/2 inch along the underarm. I straightened that rounded edge after trying it on because it kind of messed with the drape. I turned over the underarm and sewed. You could actually turn under the entire thing going all the way up if you really want a nice clean finish. I just didn't do that because I thought that it would show on the other side, but I don't think it would, so you can go ahead and do that. Then I went back in and cut the sleeve area straight. Next, with the t-shirt inside out, I pinned the shoulder pads along the shoulder line and stitched it in place. Then I folded back the sleeve and stitched it in just about a 2-inch wide center segment. To finish, I rehemmed it. But there you have it. It's a guideline for making your own power shoulder tee. Keep watching for my shoulder pad celebration.
Oh, I really can't wait to wear those shoulder pads. Shoulder pads, you're making me mad with them shoulder pads. Are cool, shoulder pads are fun. Shoulder pads, you're making me mad with them shoulder pads. I'm so mad about those shoulder pads. Is it infatuation or pure frustration? Shoulder pads. Is it infatuation or pure frustration? Shoulder pads. Shoulder pads, you're making me mad with them shoulder pads. Are cool, shoulder pads are fun. Shoulder pads, you're making me mad with them shoulder pads. Oh, I really can't wait to wear those shoulder pads. I'm so mad about those shoulder pads. Shoulder pads, making your life better. Shoulder pads, making you happy. Shoulder pads. Ooh.